Hello everyone, Cub here and welcome to another Shop Titans video. Today we will talk about a few things. First, I recently Titan sold a hero in one of my previous videos and I had wanted to reroll some of his crappy skills. However, I did not have the skill die back then, so I fused some for that. And today we will use them and see what skills we can get. Second, I also need some new equipment for a few heroes actually, since I noticed quite a few of them do not have their complete T4 skills unlocked. And finally, there are patch notes for a game update that is going to come out sometime this week. There are a few cool changes in there that I would like to talk about. Alright, let's get started. Let's actually take care of my shop real quick. I will probably skip over this part in editing, but maybe there's something interesting happening, so let's see. Oh yeah, I'm currently on the quest and they completed for the final key bearer from Lost City of Gold. So even though we completed the event like maybe even 2 days ago, I still kept sending troops to at least get the final key bearer. And there's another key, which is nice. Okay, another key. Let's open this. Oh nice, legendary spirit. Can be donated, so I might do that. Let's check the price, but I don't think they're that expensive anymore. And here, I'm personally unlocking the chests. I could fuse them into, or fuse the keys into chests and sell the chests for 25 million gold each or 17 gems or something. But I'm personally trying to get all blueprints. Alright, and Ascension shards are also really good, of course. Alright, let's check my heroes. First and foremost, I want to check the one that I just Titan sold, because that one definitely has crappy gear. Yeah, and skills, so the gear is, well, it's kind of okay, I guess, but it's not great. And I want to reroll some skills, especially this one, the second one here, because that's not really good. These are also not great, but they are silver and gold. They have the tendency of being worth it more than the bronze ones. If you want to see a full list of all skills and have them ranked in a specific order, so you can see which ones have the tendency of being better than others for each class, then you might want to check out st-central.net/tldr-heroes. I usually check this to have an idea which skills have the tendency of being better than others. Because, as I said before, I'm not the biggest hero guy. I don't really care that much. I just want them to complete quests and beat bosses. So according to that chart that I'm looking at here, actually this third skill is even worse than the second one. I was wondering about that because the second one has plus critical damage and that actually has synergy with his base skill because he does critical damage on the first hit. So I'm actually going to reroll the third skill first, I think. Maybe let's see if I have the skill die for this or not. I might have to use perfect skill die, but I think that's okay for the third skill. Let's see. Yeah, perfect skill die. It's okay, I'm using a perfect skill die here. Let's see what we can reroll this into. Ooh, is this good? This is good. Nice. More critical hit chance and plus 100% attack. Really nice. Yeah, and his star value increased by like 10k or something. That was really nice. Lucky first reroll. So now let's also reroll this one, since that is the second worst skill that I have currently. And also I fused some skill die for the second skill. Let's do this and see if we can get lucky again. Ooh, actually, that's not great. It's okay. It's a bit better than what I had before, I'm pretty sure. But what's my evasion? Actually, my evasion isn't really high, so might be nice. I think I'm keeping this, even though it's not the best, but I don't want to reroll a silver skill that is kind of decent. So yeah, now we at 58k star value. Not that it matters that much, but it's still an indicator for your hero being stronger overall, though it's not perfect. Now let's check this hero again, and now I want all skills to be tier 4. Currently they are tier 3, as you can see here. And for tier 4 I need 160, 150, 160, 160, 170 for the final one. So at the very least I want 160, maybe 170. And let's see how we can do that. We need the correct water enchantments, and also we need to use the correct gear, because some gear has affinity. This one, for example, has light affinity, which would mean that if I put light in here, a light element, that would not give 25 element value, but rather, I think 40 or 45 even. I'm not sure fully exactly, but you need some gear with affinity to get all the values you need for T4 usually. So, and for this again, I already linked this spreadsheet in a previous video. There is a spreadsheet that has all the affinities for all gear that you can look at. So for example, now I know, looking at the spreadsheet, that I can change the boots. They are tier 9 anyways, and I want to change them for fruity booties, because they have this one, because they have affinity, water affinity, that I need. So now I'm looking at the values here, 5 gems or 25 gems. I'm actually going with blue here. I think that's fine. Again, I'm not going for the best heroes, I don't care, as long as they can beat stuff. And let's take this for 5 gems, because 24 million is more expensive than 5 gems. I can convert at about a rate of 3 million gold for 1 gem, so gold is more expensive here than gems. Alright, now I need to enchant it. Here it has affinity, as you can see, the water affinity, which I need. And I already have a blue water element, T12 element, and it's plus 35 actually. So it's instead of plus 25, it is plus 35 with affinity. So let's enchant this. And for the samurai, I'm pretty sure Kraken Spirit is good, which gives more attack, some base attack, and plus 10% attack. So let's enchant that. Also, before I do that, let's check the star value real quick, how big of a difference it makes. So 58k, 59, almost 60k, so there was almost 2k star value just from the Kraken Spirit. Alright, now I am at 125, so I still need a lot more. And I definitely need to replace this, because this has the wrong element. It needs to be water. Here I can see that I need food or a potion. So in the chart I'm checking what's the highest tier potion or food that has water affinity, ideally. And there's a tier 12 potion, the Quintessence Purity, which already has water enchantment, like an innate, I think it's called, enchantment. Let's see, here it is. Though it's not the best, it just gives extra health and doesn't have attack power. Let's see, how much do I actually need? I need to replace this, which will then be 25. So 10 more from here. And 25 more, so 35 more. I would be at 160. So I need one more item than I have now with water affinity. And I found out that the propeller pike actually, has water affinity, which is a weapon. And it's also a spear, because I need a spear because I have this skill here. I want a spear for sure. So I'm going to replace my weapon actually. The rarity of the weapon is a big deal, so I usually go for at least purple, if not legendary quality. However, legendary is 200 gems and I don't care that much. So I'm going to pick up the purple one. It's close to the same value, gems and gold. So here I'm actually going to pick buy it for gold, because it's 48, should be about 48 million gold, 16 times 3. So it's a bit more, but I'm still taking it because gems are just more valuable to me. Alright, I have this, now I need to enchant it. Okay, and here I don't have another Kraken Spirit. Let's check the price on that. I would like to enchant everything with Kraken usually. 14 gems. Let's see what the other spirits actually do. I don't fully remember. It's been a while since I looked at this. Crit chance and evasion, not really. Oh. Ooh, attack and crit damage. That's good actually for this one. I'm going to enchant with this one, since I have it, and attack and crit damage is both good for this guy. So let's enchant. Wow, nice sound. And now I need 35 more total. I can put in anything here, it doesn't need to have infinity, and also in this slot this I want to replace for sure, since it's tier 9. And it's a crappy enchantment anyways. So I'm going to replace this one and this one. I think the sunscreen is pretty good. Yeah, it does have attack and health, which is usually really good. But it's also quite expensive. I'm going to pick up the blue one here. Oh, wow. Definitely not for gems. 22 million gold is fine. And let's enchant it with water again. And spirit, another Kraken, since I still have one. Alright, that's that. And final piece. And once I use the final piece and enchant it, all skills will be tier 4 here. And my power value of this guy will jump quite a bit. Yeah, I think the Onyx King Helm is good. It's pretty much the best here, I'm sure. Again, I'm picking the blue one. I'm just buying it for gold, since gold is cheaper. And now I need to enchant. I don't have another T12 blue water element, so let's buy one. It's a bit cheaper in gold, so let's buy it in gold and enchant. There we go. And before we go back to the screen and see what the power values did, let's also put a spirit on real quick. And I think Chimera Spirit was decent, right? Yeah. Okay, let's pick Chimera here. And let's see. Boom. 79k. I was at 58 or something before, so that's a big spike. Now he's decent too. And it only cost me like, I don't know, not a lot. I had the enchantments banked pretty much. And the gear I bought was, I don't know, 100 million total or something. Maybe a bit more actually. I didn't keep track, but it wasn't a lot. So now he's decent. And this is good enough for me. I would not touch this one again until tier 13 comes out probably. Looking at this is actually an opportunity to convert your gems into gold. I just randomly found 23 gems for 84 million gold. That's more, even after tax, that is more than 3-to-1 that you can get really quickly, because there are no offers for gold. So they will sell really quickly. Probably like instant. Alright, that was it. All my Titan Souled heroes are now fully equipped, so they have all their tier 4 skills unlocked. Let's continue on to the final part. I saw on Steam, I'm playing on Steam usually. I'm also playing on phone, but most of the time I'm playing on Steam. I'm just playing on phone when I'm not at home. There is a patch coming out later this week, or sometime this week, might even be today, I don't know. I don't know when they usually release patches. There are a couple of changes that I actually really like. Let's start with the balance changes right off the top, and these are the most interesting in my opinion. So the Fortune Zone store gets an update. The Fortune Zone store is this one. The Fortune Zone prizes here. The Fortune Zone store can now generate legendary equipment, both rare and expensive. So I'm hoping, I'm not sure what this means, both rare and expensive, but I'm hoping that it's going to be not just these regular items that nobody cares about, like this one. Here, the Alumiriate. What are these names? Because these are not worth anything. Nobody cares about these because they don't have any special stats. Nobody wants to use these. I hope that both rare and expensive means that they will be good items that are that you possibly don't even have unlocked, that are like blueprints that could be from Caprice, for example, or from bought packs sometime in the past, something like that. So you could actually maybe get some items that are worth quite a lot of gems here, which would be insane. Finally, something really valuable that you can spend your coins on here. That might be a new way for you to make a good amount of gems. Second point, the Fortune Zone store can now generate equipment from blueprints you own. So maybe you can't get a legendary that you don't actually could craft yourself. So you need to be able to craft them and then they show up in shop. Possibly, if I understand this correctly. Tier 11 items can now show up as rewards. So currently it was only up to tier 10, I think. This one, yeah, it's tier 10. And it can be tier 11. And tier 11 is obviously stronger than tier 10. And if you can get a good tier 11 legendary here, it might be worth a lot of gems. And finally, they reduced the cost of champion coins in the Fortune Zone store. They were, I think, 1,000 or something for 3 coins or whatever. It was, yeah, I never bought those. They were too expensive and I guess nobody else did either. So now they decreased the cost to, I don't know what, they didn't say, but we will see. Maybe it's worth now to buy the coins sometimes. Next on the list, King schedule. The King will be available as a champion from February 6th until the 9th. As you probably have already experienced before, the King can show up and can become part of your roster, can become a champion that you can use to quest. If he survives the quest, he brings back some special items that you probably can't craft yourself in normal quality. Though I personally don't see the value in that because he just brings normal gear. Normal gear isn't worth anything anyways, so it's just some low tier normal gear that you can't craft yourself, but what are you going to do with it? You can just sell it in your shop probably. I usually use them as fodder items. Then there are a couple of bug fixes, actually some that I have been waiting for a really long time. Resolved an issue that could cause market item entries to sometimes appear duplicated. Yay! That was part of literally every video I made so far. Whenever I looked at the market, all items were duplicate, so I'm really glad that's finally going to end. Fixed a few more bugs related to market advanced search. I'm pretty sure I know what this refers to, because over the past few weeks at least, the market has been buggy. Whenever I was looking for an item, was doing some advanced search, the first time I clicked search, it didn't really apply the search that I selected. It didn't, like, I only selected tier 9 items or whatever, and then it showed everything, for example. And then I went back and just clicked again without changing anything, and the second time it would show the correct search results. So I assume it's about that. And I'm also glad that's gone then. Fix the bug where enchanted items would be prioritized as pre-crafts. Yeah, that's bad, but I didn't really experience it myself. Fixed elemental blueprints having a lower max trade value than intended. That's nice. Fixed bug where ninjas would get extra crit from evasion on equipped items. That's very interesting. However, I didn't really notice and also doesn't really make a difference to me. Fixed the long-standing bug where ninja power was calculated as if the ninja had higher attack than they actually had. This results in power reduction, but does not impact quest performance. Okay, so ninjas are just going to show lower power values, but the actual performance doesn't change. Another point I want to talk about or want to mention real quick, because that could have an impact. Fixed berserkers receiving plus 15% evasion from an unknown source. I don't know if that was applied to every single berserker or if it only happened under special circumstances. I know that I have sent a lot of berserkers solo on quests that they could barely finish pretty much, and very, very, very rarely they failed. So I'm wondering if now in the future I can't do that anymore because they will fail consistently. I will have to see if this applies to my berserkers or not, but this might actually make quite a bit of difference. Alright, those were all the points I wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and maybe leave a comment if you have anything to add or if you want me to talk about anything else. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!